Good morning from Paris. In fact, I'm very close to La Chapelle Arena, which is where all the badminton matches are going to be happening. It's an action-packed day in Indian badminton. You of course know Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty are going to be there in the doubles pre-quarters. Then you've got a pre-quarter final that everyone's waiting for. Lakshya Sen versus compatriot in HS Prannoy, as well as you will have PV Sindhu also later in the day in action. But in this particular video, I'm going to focus on the big All India clash that everyone's waiting for, Lakshya Sen versus HS Prannoy. And the one good thing is that you will have one Indian in the quarter-final in the men's draw for sure. That, by the way, has created a bit of a controversy, and let me address that to begin with. A lot of people are saying this is not fair. How can you have two Indians, go up against each other? That reduces the country's chances of going forward. Maybe both of them could have gone further ahead, but let me just make things clear. See, these are not things decided based on which country you come from. These draws are done based on your seeding, so you're put in different slots based on your seeding. So if you are a seeded player, for example, Lakshya is not seeded, so that is why he will come up against someone like a Jonathan Christie even in the group stages. Had he been seeded, there was no way a Christie or a Sen would have been in the same group to begin with, in a group where only one could go forward. So it is based on seeding. There is no favoritism here. If anyone's feeling aggrieved that organizers have gone against India, it doesn't happen like that. It happens in a lot of other sports. You'll see in TT, in badminton, a lot of time Korean athletes, Japanese or Chinese, they come across each other in the earlier rounds as well. So it's not unprecedented. It's happened before. So nothing wrong in terms of how the draws are made. Yes, I mean, a bit of a bad luck if you look at it that way, that one of them will be eliminated. But as I said, it's a case of glass half full, glass half empty, whichever way you look at it, because on the other hand, you're at least assured of one going forward to the quarter-final. Let's take a look at closer look at this quarter-final and what do you reckon can happen. See, the head-to-head record 4-3 in favor of Lakshya Sen. So he has that slight edge in head-to-head record. The last meeting as well, that was won by Lakshya. So recent form also you see. But the interesting bit there is the last meeting between the two of them came about a year and a half ago, January 2023. So there is a lot of water that has gone under the bridge since then. So a lot of time has gone. So what form they were showing then, what form they're showing now, it's going to be completely different. In fact, I think after January 2023 is when Lakshya had a bit of a dip in his form, but now he's right, on the upward curve, as you saw in the first few games that he's played so far. So, I mean, head-to-head is not telling you much. Slight edge to Sen on that, no doubt. Recent form he's won, also 4-3. Overall he's won. But as you know, against Christie, Sen did not have a favourable head-to-head record. We know what the result was at the end, right? So head-to-head is no guarantee of where or how the match will pan out. So that's one thing. Who is going to win now? Now let me try and get down to predictions. See, I spoke to a few people involved with Indian badminton as coaches, support staff who are not here back in India. And a couple of them that I spoke to, both of them actually picked Prannoy to win this. And that's very interesting. I'll tell you why. That's primarily because they feel that, if Prannoy had come up against Christie, then Christie would have beaten Prannoy and he would have been out. But in the matchup, they favoured Lakshya to beat Christie. But in the matchup, similar matchup, Prannoy versus Lakshya, they're favouring Prannoy, right? So it's a bit of a triangle if you take a look at it. Between Christie, Prannoy, they were giving Christie the edge. Between Christie, Lakshya Sen, they were giving Sen the edge. But between Sen and Prannoy, you would assume that they would give Sen the edge. No, they were giving Prannoy the edge. It's just matchup and how the two players really, play against each other or how well they know each other's game. But that is what I was picking up from the outside. You ask me personally, I'm going to give Lakshya Sen the edge. Not now, but I've been picking him up right before the start of the games because I just saw him peaking at the right time for the Olympic Games, and I saw that game versus Christie. He was playing outstandingly well. See, Prannoy was not really tested in his group stage. He had an easy group stage and is qualified. Sen's already played one tough encounter, has been tested, so his nerves would have been settled because already played a big game and has won that. But again, very close to call. Could be anyone's game, but if I was really put a gun to my head and ask me to pick one, I'm going to go with Lakshya Sen on this one. Whatever, all we can expect is a good game. and an Indian making it to the quarterfinals. Let's see where things go from there. For the moment, if you're enjoying our content, don't forget to give us a like on our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Plenty in action. We've already got another medal, third medal. That's also come courtesy shooting, but we've kind of stuck on the bronze. Hopefully in a few days we'll up the ante and move to the silver and the gold level. For the moment, Nikhil Naz signing off from Paris.